So this was one of the hospitalizations where she wasn't sure necessarily if she would be able to go. And I reminded her of a story from when I was 17, and I couldn't go to prom. And I don't know, any of you guys kind of know-it-alls at 17? And you guys got a little bit of that swagger, that little sass? Yeah, you were really bad. I'm just going to guess by your reaction. You were a drama queen. Does anybody not have swagger? And she's like, she's the one you want to watch out for in this conference, in case you guys don't know. Okay, so anyway, so I was there, and I was having a pity party, and I absolutely hated my life, and I didn't understand, because at the time, MySpace was very popular, and all of my friends were uploading their future prom dresses, and they had to pick, do I want A-frame? Do I want a big silhouette? What do I want for my prom dress? What color? Blue, pinks. And the nurse walks in. I'm hospitalized, of course, and the nurse walks in, and she goes, "We've got a lot of options for you today, sweetie. Do you want your anti-nausea meds with breakfast or with lunch?" And I'm devastated, because I don't want my anti-nausea meds with any of that. I want to go to prom. And I do what any mentally responsible person would do at 17. I kick the nurse out of the room. And I have a pity party. It's not fair. Why me? Why don't I get to have these experiences? I've still not gone to prom. It's not fair. And my mom's in the room, and she's listening to me, and she goes, "Kayla, you got about half hour left of this." And she goes, "Have the biggest pity party you want. You have earned it. But you got half hour." So I did. I cried. I was angry. I yelled at my mom for being words that I would never imagine saying to her today. I don't know how she dealt with that. She quietly walks out of my room. She comes back 30 minutes later with a wheelchair. She goes, "Get in." "Okay, Mom." So I do. She wheels me up to the 7th floor burn unit. Oh, not a pretty unit. She makes me actually talk to the women who lost most of their bodies to fire. She made me smell the decaying flesh. I met a woman that day who was tied to her bedpost by her ex-boyfriend, raped, and then left for dead while he set the house on fire. And in that moment, she made me realize that it doesn't matter what happens. You can control the outcome by your interpretation of the events. And I decide something hit me. I don't know what it is to this day. I've analyzed this. Something hit me, and it goes, call your friend instead of a client tonight. Just humor yourself, and I do. And this person's one of the oldest people with cystic fibrosis I've ever met. She's 40. She happens to be a very successful entrepreneurial attorney, and in addition to that, she's happily married. She's making purpose in people's lives. And I call her, and she can hear me, and in a downward spiral, and she goes, "Kaylin, what's so important working for these guys that you're willing to risk your own life to build their dreams instead of your own?" And I go, "You'll never understand. I'm really stressed right now." And I start coughing. And I feel it, that all too familiar tickle in the back of my throat. And I try to suppress it, but I can't. And it starts to come out, and I put my hand in front of my face to keep the mucus from hitting the steering wheel, and I let it out. And when I looked down at my hand, it wasn't mucus, it was blood. And she goes, "Kaylin, what is it that you want out of your life?" And I tell her, I want to make a career with impact, maybe write a book, settle down, find love. I don't know, it's not the right time. And she goes, "Kaylin, are you making any progress towards anything you've ever wanted?" And I'm like, "You don't understand." Now I'm getting pissed, right? Because who is she to be telling me what's up? She's not going through what I'm going through. Has she ever had a tough day, of course? No, she knows nothing. And she goes, "Kaylin, people spend their entire lives waiting. First, they're going to wait for the kids to be older. Or they're going to wait for them to go back to school in the fall. And then the holidays are going to come. So you got to wait to get through the holidays, right? Because, heaven forbid you work on any of your goals during that time. And then another year happens. You're going to have a birthday. It's going to be spring break, summer vacation. And the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to keep going in a downward spiral, where the ultimate cost is really going to be your death." I'm like, you don't understand. It's not that hard. I was just being dramatic. It's not that hard at all. And she goes, when you work hard towards something you love, it's called passion. When you work hard towards something you hate, it's called stress. One of these things will kill you. I love you, but do you even love yourself right now? And with that, she hung up on me. And I was pissed. But I was also fueled by the realization that she was, of all things, right.